Hello students, in this lecture we will do chapter number 2, Nationalism in India. Short answer type question. Question number first. Why growth of nationalism in the colonies is linked to an anti-colonial movement? Answer is, in India and as in many other colonies, the growth of modern nationalism is intimately connected to the anti-colonial movement. People began discovering their unity in the process of their struggle with colonialism. The sense of being oppressed under colonialism provided a shared bond that tied many different groups together. Question number 1, part B. How the First World War helped in the growth of national movement in India. The war created a new economic and political situation. Point number 1, it led to huge increase in defense expenditure, which was financed by war loans and increasing taxes. Custom duties were raised and income tax introduced. Second was, villages were called upon to supply soldiers and the forced recruitment. Point number 3, also during 1918, 1919 and 1920-21, crops failed in many parts of the India, thereby resulting in acute food shortages. All this caused extensive anger and opposition against the British colonial rule. Question number 1, part C. Why Indians were outraged by the Rowlatt Act? Answer is, Indians were outraged by the Rowlatt Act because it gave the government enormous powers to repress political activities and allowed detention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. Question number 1, part D. Why Gandhiji decided to withdraw the non-cooperation movement? After Chauri Chaura incident in Gorakhpur in February 1922, Mahatma Gandhi decided to withdraw the non-cooperation movement. He felt that movement was turning violent in many places and satyagrahis needed to be properly trained before they could be ready for mass struggles. So you must also know that what is Chauri Chaura incident. So you can write down a note on Chauri Chaura incident. It can be also asked in your exam. At Chauri Chaura in Gorakhpur, a peaceful demonstration in a bazaar turned into a violent clash with the police. Hearing of the incident, Mahatma Gandhi called a halt to the non-cooperation movement. Question number 2. What is meant by the idea of Satyagraha? So according to Gandhiji, it is a novel method of mass agitation. Point number 1, the idea of Satyagraha emphasized the power of truth and the need to search for truth. It suggested that if the cause was true, if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppressor. Point number 3, without seeking vengeance, vengeance means badla lena or being aggressive, a satyagrahi could win the battle through non-violence. This could be done by appealing to the conscience of the oppressor. Question number 3, write a newspaper report on the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So there are series of incidents. There are a background on Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Mahatma Gandhi wanted a non-violent civil disobedience against Rowlatt Act, which started a hartal on 6 April. So background is from 6th April. On 10th April, martial law was imposed in Amritsar and General Dyer took command. On 13th April, the infamous Jallianwala Bagh incident took place. A large crowd gathered in the enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh. Some came to protest against the government's new oppressive measures. Others had come to attend the annual Baisakhi fair. Being from outside the city, many villagers were unaware of the martial law that has been imposed. Dyer entered the area, blocked the exit points, and opened fire on the crowd, killing hundreds. As the news of Jallianwala Bagh spread, there were many violent incidents took place. Seeing violence spread, Mahatma Gandhi called off the movement. So this is the background of Jallianwala Bagh and the incident itself and what happened after Jallianwala Bagh. Okay. Part B of question number 2 is the Simon Commission. Point number 1. The Simon Commission under Sir John Simon was set up in response of the nationalist movement. The Simon Commission was to look into the functioning of the constitutional system in India and suggest changes. The problem was that the commission did not have a single Indian member. They were all British. That's why Indians opposed it. Point number 2. When the Simon Commission arrived in India in 1928, it was greeted with the slogan, "Go back Simon." Point number 3. All parties, including the Congress and the Muslim League, participated in the demonstration. And what were the outcomes? Point number 4. In an effort to win over them, the Viceroy Lord Irvine announced in October 1929 a vague offer of dominion status for India in an unspecified future and a roundtable conference to discuss a future constitution. This did not satisfy the Congress leaders. Question number 4. Compare the images of Bharat Mata in this chapter with the image of Germania in chapter 1. So we can differentiate like this. Germania, allegory of the German nation. Painted by Philip Waite in 1848, carrying sword in one hand and flag in other hand, wears a crown of oak leaves as the German oak stands for heroism. Bharat Mata, allegory of the Indian nation, painted by Abhindranath Tagore in 1905. There are two images. One by Abhindranath Tagore, that is, in it is shown as dispensing, learning, food and clothing. The mala in one hand emphasizes her ascetic quality. In another image, she is shown with a trishul standing beside a lion and an elephant, both symbols of power and authority. So there are two images. One which is painted by Abhindranath Tagore has these features. And the other one is, which is not painted by Abhindranath Tagore, is this one. In another image, she is shown with a trishul standing beside a lion and an elephant, both symbols of power and authority. Both are symbols of power and authority. Thank you, students. We will continue this. In the next lecture, we will do long answer type question answer of this chapter.